All right, y'all. It's part 3 of my life, my story. And once again, so this is where I left off. So we was talking about how I got a job at 12 and a half because my grandma told me if you don't like what I give, you get a job. So I did. But around that time, I was like I was like fresh, like 12 or middle of being 12. I had graduated from my from sixth grade. Yeah. I had graduated from sixth grade. I am going to show y'all a picture of me if I have it. In sixth grade. But basically, I was in sixth grade and my grandma did a lot of working because she was trying to make ends meet. And what ended up happening is she told my adopted mom, like, hey, I need you to go to her graduation for me because I'm at work and I can't call off. Well, I don't know what was happening over the phone or whatever. I don't know what the situation was. So what ended up happening is, well, I ended up going to my sixth grade graduation and nobody was there. When I say nobody was there, there was nobody there. Nobody was there. Do you hear me? But when she did show up, when my adopted mom did show up, I brung her roses because you know how they do, like when you get, go to graduation, certain graduations, they you give a rose to your mom, saying, gratification of what she did for you. But my mama didn't do nothing. She was piece of S. But the point that I'm making is she came and was like, I'm like, thank you for showing up. Thank you so much. I'm happy though, because my friend's mom was there for me, which I found out later on she was my cousin. But my friend's mom was there for me at the time, and I was so upset. I started crying. She was like, she gonna be there for you. She coming, da-da-da-da. So she ended up showing up. And I had to sing too. I ended up singing the Ruben Studdard song on stage, like when Ruben Studdard was hot. You feel me? It was a couple of us singing the song. And I got off the stage. She didn't congratulate me. She didn't say you did well. She didn't say nothing. First thing she said out her mouth was, you lucky I even came because I ain't never want to show up for you anyway. I don't know what I came for you for. Thank you for the rose. And she snatched it from me and was like, yeah, I been deserved this. You don't never give me recognition. It's always yo mama. Yo mama love you, huh? And I'm like, why are you talking to me like that? And it hurt my feelings so bad. Like it hurt my feelings so bad that she even did me like that. So basically, this was me in sixth grade. Okay. This was the day after my sixth grade recognition, my sixth grade graduation. This was me the day after. So what ended up happening is all in the same day while I was over there. No, I'm sorry. Let's not trip out too much. Let's not get out of character, not even character, but oh goodness, y'all, I got so much on my brain. But let's not get distracted from the actual story is what I'm trying to say. So what ended up happening is I ended up getting this job. Once I got my job, my grandma asked me for some money and I'm like, no, I'm not giving you no money. You get a check from me. So when I said that, she smacked me to the ground. Pow! And I'm like, what you hit me for? Now my mouth is bleeding. I'm like, why would you even hit me? She like, because B, let me tell you about yourself. I took care of you. Didn't nobody else take care of you? You should have been with your prostitute and mama. You should have been a broke dummy. You should have been a B. You should have been that. You should have been this. You should have been that. That's why you ain't gonna never be nothing when you grow up. I hate you. I hate you. And I'm like, how you gonna say you hate me and I ain't never do nothing? Like, how you telling me that you hate me after telling me you love me? This is when the whole spree of how she hate me and all that start happening. Okay, well, what end up happening is I started getting a distance from my grandma, okay? I started getting distant from her. I stopped really talking to her, and that's when the whole situation about the dude and the friends and all that going to the mall and stuff like that. Well, the dude started spending money on me or whatever, and he was trying to be nice to me, I guess, for him putting his hands on me or whatever. And when he knew I was about to break up with him, after my grandma was like, start putting your hands on him back, start beating him up back. And I told him, like, my grandma caught him picking me up in the alleyway on the way walking back to our people house. So, as a matter of fact, this is me. Excuse everybody's face, but I'm going to try to block out as many people as I can. But this was me. That little girl right there, that was me. On our 6th grade recognition. Sorry if you can't see it, but that was me on the day of 5th grade recognition. But she basically was like, okay, well, why you not coming home? Because I stopped coming home. I stopped caring about coming home. I didn't want to come home. I didn't care about coming home. And I started going to the other female's house, which lived up the street from me. Then I started like kicking it and hanging with her a lot. And she was like in 6th, 7th grade, around there. I was on my way to 7th grade, or I was in 7th grade at the time. She was leaving 6th grade, going to 7th grade. So I was probably like in 8th grade. But she ended up getting, pregnant, but I was still being her friend. You know what I mean? I was there for her. I was being her friend. I really was there for her. Like, you ever had somebody that you really, really like tight with? Like, we was real cool with each other. It was just, we was on 2 different levels of things. Even though we were active, I was in birth control. I had encouraged her, like, go get some birth control. We can go to Planned Parenthood together. So we started going to Planned Parenthood together. You know what I mean? Because if I'm that type of person that if I'm doing something right, I want you to do something right too. So, we end up going to Planned Parenthood together, and what ended up happening is, like I said, somehow, some magical way, she ended up getting pregnant, but I was still friends with her. I was with her through her whole journey, because a lot of people like stepped back off of my friend. She stepped back off my friend, even though I found out later on that she was my cousin too. She ended up basically, people start stepping back on her because of the age she was and how young she was when she got pregnant, but I was still there for her. I never left her. I never shunned her. In fact, my grandma tried to tell me to not talk to her anymore because she's young and I don't want you to be pregnant like her. And it was around the time where a lot of females was doing pregnancy packs and they wanted to all get pregnant together. Well, not me. I was too afraid to get pregnant. The number one rule in my house was you get pregnant, you get kicked out. I'm not getting pregnant to get kicked out. And I was like, after I had left dude alone, like I was in the midst of like sneaking dudes in and out of my grandma's house, like because I was in the house all the time. Like I didn't ever get to go outside. I was like Rapunzel. You hear me? If y'all ever seen the movie with y'all kids called Tangled, I was like that. So when I got to explore outside, I was outside. I was wild. Okay. And follow me for part 4. I'm going to do as much as I can. So follow me for part 4, y'all. I'm not finished.